Hello, this is Janine Marie, and welcome to my world. It's so great to have you here with me today. Today we're going to be seeking out a negativity, something of your past, whether distant or whether just yesterday, whatever happens to be negative and holding you back. And believe me, it really doesn't make any difference when it was, because time is really irrelevant. Before we go any further, I just want to take the time and tell you how grateful I am to have you with me and how you are joining with me as far as our energetic and spiritual space. It is a great privilege and a great honor to be able to be accepted into your space, and for that, I am truly grateful. Thank you so very much. It is so much of a privilege. So we're going to do an exercise to, number one, open our third eye. And the very next thing we're going to do is we're going to allow, by intention, the very first thing that comes into your mind, whether it's clairvoyantly, whether you think about it, whether you hear about it, whether you sense it or feel it, however your spiritual gifts work for you as a person, and we all have them, okay? The first thing that you receive is going to be the thing that you process. These are things that we anchor to, and because that anchor becomes like a boat anchor, it becomes like cement. It's like we're carrying it around into our heart space, into our life. It's hard to manifest. We don't know why. It's because we're carrying all of this stuff, okay? We can't carry it into our now moment that manifests into our future moment and experience, okay? We want it to be completely clear. So this is the beginning that is going to precede the very next video, and we're going to do what I call sitting in the spiritual power, which is a letting go video. But this is a discovery video, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is take 3 deep breaths in and open up our third eye. The third eye is the place right between your eyebrows. It's just at the top of your nose before you reach the middle of your forehead. It is the place of clairvoyance or clear seeing. You receive so much more from your third eye than you can even imagine. We're going to allow that space by intention and through our breathing to open up further so that you can see and receive. And we're going to also allow our clear audience to open up through our spiritual ears as well. So this is intention, and it's energy, and it is breath work. It's all the above, okay? So let's get started. We're going to just take 3 easy deep breaths in, hold it, and then we're going to release, okay? Easy peasy, right? So let's just lower your gaze or close your eyes, get very comfortable in a place that you won't be disturbed for a period of time. And we're going to start by just taking that beautiful deep prana breath in right now. Let's just take a deep breath in and hold, opening up the third eye, concentrating on that space with the intention that it is opening up further. And then we release, just blow out. Deep breath in. As you come to the top of your breath, bursting that third eye open, seeing the fireworks, seeing it spread open. Spiritually, it's bleeding out into your aura field. It is opening up wide, 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 wide. And now release. And one last time, just take a deep breath in. And quietly just allow your third eye to simmer down, but expand even more. That beautiful indigo hue going out into your aura field, out through into the universe. We're going to open up the beautiful universal screen and blow out. So first and foremost, I see the root chakra once again. some of the things that might come up for you. And I just don't want to put this in your head, but kind of pay attention to your root chakra just a little bit as we go through this exercise. So you'll be lowering your gaze, closing your eyes, whatever you do when you meditate. Some people meditate with their eyes open and just gaze on something that's in the room. And if that's the way you're used to meditating, please do it the way that's comfortable for you. So as your third eye is open, we're going to take a few moments and I'm going to give you a guided visualization just very briefly. So as you lower your gaze or close your eyes or just stare at that object, I'd like you to visualize a river, and where the river originates, that is a space of your past. And it makes no difference whether it is a distant past or just yesterday. Time is very irrelevant. Time is nothing. Okay, so that's where the river comes from. And the river starts to flow right in front of you. And you see the sunshine shining down right in the middle of the river. And this is a place of illumination. So we're setting our intention that the river is bringing something forward from your past and illuminating it through the sunshine. So as it hits the water, it's going to be illuminated. And if it is a thing, if it is a person, a scenario, if it's an emotional feeling, it makes no difference. That thing is going to be revealed, okay? So let's take a moment and we're going to continue to be in your position. Eyes either lowered your gaze or completely closed, however you are comfortable. And I'm going to go completely silent. And whatever hits you as you're breathing, and please breathe normally, the very first thing that hits you, that's the thing that we're going to concentrate on in the next video segment. Okay? So let's take that moment now. Just breathe normally. Now I'm going to break the silence right now. And I realize it hasn't been a great deal of time, but I want it to be the very first thing that comes from either your spiritual energy or your subconscious mind. And if nothing has come to you, you can do this video again. You can start to do some automatic writing and just sit down and journal. And the very first thing that comes to you is what you need to process. But chances are you know what that thing is already, because if it's close to you at all and you're trying to manifest or you're trying to do, your energy work and it keeps interrupting you, it's knocking on the door. It's telling you you are anchoring yourself and you're making decisions via whatever that thing is. So that thing has been in the way, whether it's an emotion that's very strong, a relationship heartbreak, a scenario that happened in your past. It doesn't belong in your present moment, and it certainly doesn't belong in your future where you're manifesting something beautiful in your life. So let's get rid of that thing now. Let's make sure that that thing is not hindering you. And chances are it could be coming out your mouth. During your most emotional moments, things will come out of your mouth that you don't even expect. It's like we regurgitate them because they're there, they're present, they're in your energy field, and they want to be processed. Here you are, you're trying to be positive, you're trying to manifest or do some energy work for yourself or others, and you're channeling energy, universal life force, and this thing is in the way. So it's time for it to go. It doesn't mean that there aren't other things. It just means that we're concentrating on this one thing at a time. And that's all that you need to concentrate on. It's all that's even required, because tomorrow you can start over and you can take your time with this one thing, because some things are difficult. They've been so ingrained in our lives, and they could even be things that we've been passed down through, our parents or our family line. They could be thoughts about the world, about people, about politics, God help us, about society, about humanity. They could be things infiltrating your energy field genetically, spiritually. They can be coming into your life and affecting your physical health. And that's why you're not manifesting the physical health that you really are putting forward, to manifest in your life. And we all want physical good health, right? So, it starts with our spirituality, and it also begins with our emotions. And a lot of it has to do with those emotions of the past. And much of it can be something that's been passed down. And we might not even notice that those things are driving us. If it's in your subconscious mind, it is driving your life. How scary is that? It's like driving a car with your eyes closed. Would you do that? No. So you're not going to manifest things that are beautiful in your life when you got these difficult, negative emotions that are driving all of your decisions, or maybe even some of them, and that's enough. So we don't want them to drive any of your decisions. We want your decisions to be just perfectly aligned, alignment with whatever it is you're manifesting. And if it's a material thing, God bless you. If it is an emotional thing, God bless you. If it's a physical thing, God bless you. You are the driver of your life, okay? So later on, we're going to go through a video about the difference between giving and gifting, and how that turns around and manifests certain things. But we want to start right here, because I noticed that even in my own life, this has become a real huge stumbling block. I need to sit in the power and be in that spiritual power, and let go and cut cords with that emotional attachment. And it doesn't have to be a person. It could just be something that played out in your life that happens to infiltrate into and be triggered when we're starting to move into something new. You might be moving into a new business adventure or venture or proposal, and this thing where you feel like you didn't do the right thing and it failed to manifest in the past. All of a sudden that's triggered. You don't want to bring that emotional feeling or that impact into the present moment and then therefore hinder your future, correct? Makes a lot of sense. And I know it seems very simplistic, but it's very simply important. So I want to give you the opportunity to work with that thing, whatever that might be. For me, a lot of it had to do with relationship. It really did. I did go through some financial crisis. There was a crisis of 2008 that many of us massively went through. We went through losing a lot of things for a long period of time. It put a lot of fear into the purchase of real estate. And I had to process that, but I'm sitting in real estate. So, nothing is ever set in stone unless you want to anchor it to a stone. So let's not do that. Let's pull that apart in the very next video. Meditate on the thing that just came to you. If you let it expand as you meditate, you might come up with more of it. Allow that to happen. Allow it to play out, because you want to take the fullness of what that experience is or was. And then in our next video, we're going to be letting that go. And that is going to make a huge difference in your life. Manifesting or not, it will set you free energetically, spiritually, physically, mindfully, in every area of your life. You have no idea how much even the smallest negative thing will affect everything in your life now and in the future. Let's be clear. let's do it. Let's clear it all out, because this world needs us to function optimally, because we need healing in this world. We need love in this world. We need people who are not just willing to give, but to gift of themselves. I'm letting some of my future video be revealed there. We need people who are willing to gift to themselves into this world. And to do that, we need to be clear. Even if you are doing things in your own life as an example, you don't even realize it, just something you desire. You are an example for other people. If you don't think other people are watching you and paying attention to what you do, just because they're not saying anything doesn't mean they're not. Think again. People watch you. I did not realize for a very long time that as I go about my life, people watch me. They witness what I do. Sometimes they copy it. So be it. That's great. But I don't want them to copy the wrong thing. I want them to copy something that is of me, that they will be proud of. Something that brings more beauty into this life. Something that brings more growth into someone's life as it does mine. Okay, so let's one another each other for just a little bit. You know, we hear the expression, let's humor each other. Yeah, well, definitely. But for me, in my world, it's like, let's one another each other, please. And let's be good to each other. Be kind with one another as you go about your day and you process a little bit of that thing that came to you today, and waiting on the next video, sitting in that spiritual power, letting that thing go, processing more of what that is. Take some time to let it just sink in its fullness, and then we're going to let it go. Until then, I just want to say I love you from here. Blessings to you. Namaste. And I look forward to seeing you in the very next video. Bye-bye.